Tanglewood Sue here, finishing up my lunch. What is it, 6? You guys, I hope you're all doing well. I am live here on Facebook again. Thank you guys for coming on my pre-live and over here on YouTube. Welcome everybody. I am Tanglewood Sue. I own a little old shop right outside DC. Hi Jan, hi Linnea. Right outside DC called Tanglewood Works. Hence the name. Wasn't born with this name, it just kind of happened. Today we are painting some furniture. That's what I do. I like to paint furniture. I like to teach you guys how to paint furniture. Hi Sonia, hi Shar. I like to give you tips and tricks so that it's not so hard to do. I like to do lots of dumb things live. Hello Heather, I love seeing you over there. So that you don't have to make the same mistakes that I do. So this is your daily dose of Tanglewood Sue and all of her errors. I'm gonna get started on this so we get somewhere while I tell you a little story about doing hair this weekend. Let me tilt you guys down so you can see what's going on. For those of you who don't know, this is a piece that is very, very similar to a piece that nearly killed me last month. No, when was that, you guys? Months ago. Same color, same design, same all the things. And then, but that's what happens when someone loves what you've done. They want you to do it again. So we're doing it again and we're learning from our mistakes along the way. We're learning from our mistakes along the way. Hello, Beth. Now, mistake number 1, getting your lines straight. So we are playing around with the design. I'm gonna let you guys see the full design and kind of how everything's coming together. But what I've done is I've taken my tape. Now y'all know I don't use frog tape. I use blue tape, but I couldn't find the blue tape because it was in my pocket. And yeah, that's okay. Actually, I have a brush here I can use. So, oh no, I didn't rinse it out. So I guess that's a no. Oh, I keep Dawn in business, let me tell you. So we've done a triangle here. Thank you for sharing this, you guys. I so greatly appreciate it. Helps me out so much. We've done a triangle here at the bottom, okay? I'm telling you that because we had the tape on the top of it. Make sure you guys can see. Hi, Nancy. Now we're putting the tape on the other side of it, and I'm taking some of my Miss Lillian's satin. It does not matter, you guys, what you use. Make sure it's clear. You can even, I could right now use the orange to seal this tape. But I don't want to because I don't want the orange to be under the blue. I know that can be a little hard on the brain. Believe me, this was a little hard on my brain. Don't think, just use clear. Okay, let's just do that. Let's just use clear and then we're gonna walk away, we're gonna let that dry. And then we're gonna leave our brush out so that it will dry and then we'll have to scrub it clean. If you want to do it the Tanglewood Sue way, if there's another way you guys want, you know, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Okay, how are you guys doing? Did you guys have a good weekend? Did you do some fun things? I hope so. So what I did, I'm gonna pour the blue in because we're gonna work on painting some blue. The top is gray, so this is a mid-century piece. Down here is the original finish that I just touched where we painted the clear. Honestly, up here is gray. This is where we put swamp mud. Let me talk to you guys about swamp mud. It's magic. Not only did it fill in all of the raised edges, it filled in all the rough edges. I sanded it smooth, but when I put a coat of the blue on top of it, it just sucked it in like a brand new vacuum. I was trying to think of like a PG friendly, y'all know me. Y'all know me. Okay, so it sucked it in. I wish I had put swamp mud over the whole thing. You painted, Beth says she painted her first fabric chair thanks to Tanglewood Sue. Rock on, girl. I'm so happy to hear that. Did I bring over my brush? Yes, I did. That warms my heart. that warms my heart. I think, you know, at my funeral, they're gonna be like a lot of really colorful, I hope, this is what I dream. Lots of colorful ladies with all kinds of color hair who have pictures of all the things they painted and all the furniture that they redid, thanks to my inspiration and my leadership. And next to them will be their husbands who are like, yeah, she made me come. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Okay, so what are we using today? We are using Miss Lillian's No Wax Chalk Paint, Winchester Blue, okay? I'm using a shorty brush right now. I have a variety of brushes. I have a zebra brush. I have my Miss Lillian's brush. I use whatever the heck works, okay? Whatever works for you. I've already put a coat here. When this dries, which it will in just a minute, we're gonna go put that coat on here. But let's look at the whole piece, shall we? Now, I know there was some discussion about how I put my mid-century things. I think it's working now. Now that we've put the blue in, but this is where y'all get to say, Tanglewood Sue, what you doing? This is the part of the program where you guys get to argue with me. YouTube, Heather, whoever's over there, y'all can argue, but I like it. I like it. I like that it feels like your brain is going choo, choo, and then all of a sudden you got to flip back over here. It suits me. And I think because it suits me, it will suit my friend tomorrow. What I have done though, let me see if I can lift you up without dropping both phones. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, hold on tight. Hold on tight. Can y'all see the top? I just unplugged the light. Don't worry about it. What I did do is, now it's too bright. What I did do is I took a ruler and I found the center of the piece, okay? I drew a line down the center and I drew another geometric on top. Now I have considered, I'm gonna move this so y'all don't need to see me, you just need to see the piece. I have considered, sorry, now you guys are seeing a cord. How about that? I've considered adding in some round elements, circular elements. I'm not sure what I want to call it, because there's this little circular divot here at the bottom. But I decided, I don't know, it's not speaking to me. It's not speaking to me yet. That's why, like, when people say, why don't you map out what you do? Or why don't you, I'm gonna tilt you guys, I'm gonna lift you guys up and tilt you over so you guys can see better from a less top heavy view. Let me see here if I can do this. Okay, there we go. I think this is gonna work a little better. Let's just try that. Don't worry, I'm gonna tilt you down, the light back on. This is a very, very finicky light. Actually, we hardly need it tonight, but let's just get you there. Okay, I think that's better. I think, can you guys all see that a little bit better? I've got you in the horizontal so you guys have a better chance of being able to see the whole effect. All right, so I've already put on some of the blue. I wanna putting more on. It goes on very blue, but it dries very dark. And I've already sealed these edges. That one's trying to pop up on me, which is why I'm going with the brush kind of against my paint a little bit. I don't want to run the risk of it pulling up and me not having a clear line. Now, what are the chances of getting a perfectly clean line? I don't know, you guys. My light just went out again. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm sorry. I don't know. Can you guys see okay? So I'm going over all the blue. I'm kind of going in very gingerly in some of these places because I don't want to go over the orange, but I wanted you guys to see the whole effect. Hi, Vicki. God bless, Light. Why are you being so weird? You're a baby. You're brand new. I think it's my plug on the ground. So let's talk about my hair. Not my hair. I decided I wanted to do some fun stuff with my hair this weekend. And Dasha also wanted, so I'm just gonna paint and chat if that's okay. Let me make sure everybody's there. Not seeing any comments. There we go. Oh, thank you, Mary. Mary likes it. Thank you, Mary. Please don't make me flip these. So I'm just kind of gingerly going over these lines and trying to get another coat of the blue on. The blue is usually a very, very good, easy coverage, and it has been difficult on this piece that was very slick. It's adhering very nicely, but I'm going on very, very light. I don't want any brush strokes, so by going on so light, I'm having to do a fair number of coats. Normally I wouldn't have to do quite so many coats. So we're getting that on. So if y'all want a little story, oh my gosh, I'm having the hardest time, about hair. I wanted to, you know that I cut my hair, and so when I cut my hair, I'm not gonna worry about the light anymore. When I cut my hair, you guys, I cut off the blue. Okay, I had some really fun blue here at the bottom. All right, Sadie cut my hair actually. Oh, now we're going. Oh my, it's very Karen right now. I think. Sadie cut my hair for me, and it cut off the blue. So I'm like, I'm gonna bleach under here. Okay, I've never done this before, but I don't do a lot of things. I'm gonna bleach under here, and I'm gonna bring out the blue. But Dasha wanted her whole head blue. Now, if you guys have not seen the reveal of Dasha's blue hair, it is right now I'm gonna use this brush for this. It's on Facebook, it's on Instagram and Facebook. You can see her hair. I did a fantastic job. So I have to say, I did a beautiful job. I'm gonna use this so I can cut into some of these. I'm cutting up very close. So I decided to do Dasha's hair first, okay? And she needed it, she's a dirty blonde. She didn't appreciate that term. She doesn't understand the term, but she's a dirty blonde. She needed to be a bright blonde in order for us to get this bright turquoise color, okay? So what we did is we went to the beauty store and were treated like, I mean, my goodness gracious. You'd think we were holding up the joint. First of all, they had COVID restrictions, which I respect. Anybody who knows me knows I respect that. 3 people needed to come out in order for 3 of us to go in, and she kept yelling at me and saying only 1. And I said, we'll wait until 3 come out so 3 can go in. And she just kept yelling, no, 1. I was like, I'm not going in without my daughters. I need to go in with them because we're going to pick out colors together. And she was very mad at me, but I said, we'll wait. And then finally we all got to go in, and I have no idea how to bleach hair, you guys. I don't know how to bleach hair. How am I supposed to know how to bleach hair? For those of you just joining us, hello, Tanglewood Sue. We are painting and chatting about all the DIY things that Sue does in a weekend. Okay, so we figure out, she does let me know that I need the 40 developer, and Dasha only needed the 20. We got the bleach, we got the bucket, and we went home and we watched a movie first, because that's what we do. We watched, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, I think? No, we watched Big Fish. I love Big Fish. We watched a movie, chilled out. It's Sunday afternoon. And then we did Dasha's hair. And I bleached it, you guys, and I was scared to death. Oh, look what I did. Did I just do that right then? Did I do that while we were live? Oh my goodness gracious, Sue. I think I did. If I didn't, I think I can wash it off. That's what I get for talking and walking and chewing gum. So we do Dasha's hair, you guys. Yep, I just did it. So luckily, because this is Miss Lillian's and not Debbie's Design Diary, nothing against Debbie's Design Diary, but I would not be able to scrub this off. So luckily, even though I was distracted and went right over, I can wipe it off because it's dry. Yay! KB says, you saw me do that? You saw me do that? Why didn't you say something? This is why I'm going to start doing the lives on Clubhouse. So y'all can start yelling, Sam, what did you do? All right, we got the bleach out of her hair. It was a little bit on the yellow side, but we didn't worry about it too much because we were gonna go over it. So I know that you can apply a toner, and we could have done that, but we didn't bother. We put a lot of conditioner on it, and I gotta say, you guys, it looked great. You're listening to the hair. It looked great. So then, this is where the story gets interesting, and I think I may have lost my mind, you guys. So I decide that we're gonna do the blue on Sunday. Actually, this was Saturday, forgive me. We're gonna do the blue on Sunday. So we're just gonna bleach hair today, and then we're gonna paint hair tomorrow, right? Are we down with that? So I get Sadie's help. I'm gonna have to break from painting to give you guys the visual. I apologize for those of you jumping on here who only want a painting show. I'm sorry. You get it all on this show. Hello, Max. So I decide, remember, I'm gonna do these ends. So here's what I do. Here's what I do. I think I flipped it over, okay? I took out the pink, okay? And I figured, oh no, that's what I did. Okay. I took out the pink part, left this part, and then and then I put a jacket on, I mixed the bleach. You're jumping for him, Heather? Is it better over here, Heather? I tried to use a better phone on YouTube. So let me know after how it's doing. YouTube, let me know if you guys can see me okay, if I need to upgrade my phone over here. I'm using a slightly older phone, but the picture looks good on my end. All right, so what I did is I decided to just very naturally go in and paint with the bleach. Now you guys can't see it here, and you're like, Sue, it's not light. Let me explain to you what happened. The bleach smell is atrocious. It's so strong. It's so strong, but I'm like, it's okay, it's for a good cause, so I can have turquoise tips in my hair. And I put it all on, so this is up. It's blurry on YouTube still. Heather, I don't know what that's about, but I'll try a different phone, sweet pea. And I apologize, YouTube, I'll get better. I'll see if I have another newer phone or if I can do it on my iPad, if that's better. So we put it all on here, and I get it all the way around. And then I need to recreate what happened. And then I go like this. So imagine there's like white caked on bleach here, right? I got nothing on top. Hey, Linda, got nothing on top. I got bleach in my hair, and I don't know what happened, but I went like this to like pull it out, and I felt this whole piece of my hair come off. I want that to sit with you for a second. Okay? I felt this. Like I saw it come off, like just like break off, like right there. I'd had this bleach on for all of 3 minutes. No, 5 minutes at least. It took me that long just to put it on. I start screaming and I run to the sink. I yell for my husband, and he's just like, yay, my wife is running at me in her bra, finally. No, she's running at you in her bra because she thinks that she's burned off the bottom part of her hair by doing a self bleach without reading the directions. So I rinse it all out of my hair so fast, and then I wash it as fast as I can. I'm doing all the things, and then I'm noticing that there's no, you're gonna worry about me right now. No, you guys, there was no fur, there was no hair coming off. Like at that point, based on what I had seen in my hand that came off, there would be like clumps of hair in the sink. There were no clumps of hair. And I'm like, what's going on? So then I'm feeling it. I get out of I rinse it, I wash it, I condition it, and I'm trying to feel that place where my hair's missing. Like 16 candles, right? Like in the back where her hair's just gone. Where it's just gone. Some of you are too young, but most of you know what I'm talking about. Hey, Bessie. And I'm like, my hair's all here. My hair's all here. My hair's all here. So I go back in the bathroom to find that clump that had fallen off. Y'all, I think I had a hallucination. I think I was so nervous, and y'all know I don't get nervous about color and design and stuff. I mean, that's not true. I do get nervous. I get nervous about finishing certain projects, but I don't get nervous about experimenting. I don't get nervous about trying something new. I really don't. Even on my own hair, I'm like, who cares? Like, it's just hair. It'll grow back eventually. Well, not at this age exactly, but it used to just grow back. So I just don't get that worked up. But I think I was so nervous about using the bleach, which I'd never done on my hair, just getting in that little spot, that I really thought I'd burned my hair off, you guys. I really thought I had. How crazy is that? I had not. Y'all, I had not. But here's the lesson that I learned in this. I'm going to get this little edge, and then we're dry on the other side, and then we're going to go put that blue on, and then we're going to get to, hopefully, if I get enough of this done and stop my yapping, we'll get to see a reveal here and see how our line did. So I don't know what to tell you guys, but here's why my hair's not blue. I'm not scared to try it again. I might try it again next weekend, but I don't know if you guys can see this now, but so my hair is pure gray. We all know that. And I've been dyeing it this dark brown red for years. And this looked too different than this. So right now, it's actually quite pretty. Can you guys see? It's actually this light, it's a lighter red than it was before. It actually blends to go together. It actually looks better. It actually looks better now. Now I don't feel like I have brown hair and then pink hair and then purple hair. I kind of feel like I have purple going into some pink and then going into more of a dark red. It didn't look like that before I bleached it. So I did lift about 2 layers of color just in that 5-minute stretch. I did. But I did not burn off clumps of my hair. I know, Heather, it does happen. I mean, of course it happens. But it actually hadn't happened to me, but I thought that it had. I mean, how did I possibly feel like I had a clump of hair in my hand when I didn't? All right, so there's some issues here. I'm being very ginger with where the tape is in these corners. It is giving me a little bit of a heart attack here. I might have to go in to some of these places where my my tape has come up. I knew somehow this piece was gonna drive me insane. The problem is that I promised. The problem is I always make promises that I keep, even when they're the death of me. Honest to God. Yeah, I can do that. Sure, I'll keep it simple. Jonna even said to me, she's like, so Sue, are we gonna just do what the client asked for and just leave it at that? Are we gonna just do what the client asked for and leave it at that? And I looked and I was like, when's the last time we ever just did what the client asked for and left it at that? She's like, well, since I've been working with you, never. And I'm just wondering if maybe you would like to consider the idea of profitability. And I was like, how does that work? How does overtone blue for brown hair? I'll try that, KB. I did put some overtone in. At one point, it didn't do much. My hair was so dark. And I was like, what do you mean? What does that look like? Where you map out what you're gonna do, and then you say what you're gonna charge, and then you stick to that without adding. The problem is when I'm halfway through a piece, I have another idea, and it just seems sad to not add that idea that's gonna be so good. Now, sometimes if I have a really big idea, I will actually call the client and say, I have a really cool idea. Can I have some more money? Can I have some more money? Can I have some more money? And they've always said, almost always have said, yes, of course, Sue. We live for your ideas. Go ahead. But most of the time, it feels like, oh, I can just bust that out in an hour. What's an hour? What's an hour? Let me tell you what an hour is. An hour is a day. It's okay. I love what I do. I love what I do. So thank you for being supporters. That's my segue. Thank you for being supporters. and buying the supporter badge. Actually, a few of you did that this weekend, and that is just so sweet of you guys. Thank you. I'll accept your tips. I'll accept your tips. All right, this is dry. Let's go over this. Have you guys ever done that? Have you ever like thought you did something really bad, like either burned your hair off, or maybe, and I've done this too, where you thought you really desperately injured yourself beyond repair, but it was actually not so bad. It was actually not so bad. I've actually done things that I thought maybe weren't so bad and actually were bad. I've done, well, when I think my scar's almost gone. I'm not gonna have much of a scar story to tell since my scar's almost gone. That was me. If y'all ever think that orbital sanders aren't dangerous, yeah, we can have a talk about that. We can have a talk about that, and I will convince you otherwise. I will. That's why you quit drinking, because you were dying. Heather says that's why she quit drinking 25 years ago. Heather, I'm talking to you over on YouTube. I still think you're over on YouTube, so I'm like, I want to make sure I tell the people on YouTube what you're saying. Oh, isn't that funny? So the reason I'm going live on YouTube today, you guys, is, I'll have you know, I am taking a TikTok hiatus. Guess who got herself a little addicted to TikTok? Guess who got herself a little bit in the cray-cray over there? So I went on this room. I've just switched one addiction for another. I mean, let's be honest. I went from TikTok to Clubhouse, and now I'm addicted to Clubhouse. Usually when I injure myself, I'm really injured. You go, girl. You know, if you're gonna do it, do it. Do it all the way. Don't be a you-know-what. What do I have over here? All right, let's, we're gonna let that dry and put on another coat, okay? But we're getting some good coverage there. Don't fall over, Jesus. We're getting this pretty good. Are y'all digging it? Are we digging it? I don't think I messed up down here. We're getting close to being able to pull that off. She tries. So the reason I'm over here on the YouTubes is because I went on the Clubhouse today. Because I'm not on the TikTok. I put myself on a timeout for TikTok for a week. So you're not gonna find me there. I'm taking a breather. But I went on a YouTube page today. Now I hadn't been doing lives over on YouTube because y'all, things change so fast. When I used to do lives on YouTube, it would like hurt your algorithm. And God bless, it takes you all your life to get your algorithm going, and then you do something dumb like go live on a page. Anyway, that's looking good. I'm getting some good coverage. What the gurus of YouTubeage told me today is, oh no, you should go live. And I went, what? So I'm back. So I'll figure it out. I'll make sure that we get a good picture. I tried a little test today. I'll try a little test tomorrow. If I have to go buy another phone, I will. I'm not adverse. It's the cost of doing business. All right. We're looking good here. So here's what we need to decide. Everybody's changing the frickin' algorithm. I think it's some kind of like torture device for creatives and entrepreneurs and small business owners. I mean, don't you think? I mean, they couldn't have come up with a better one. Here. It used to be that you just laid down your money and you bought an ad, but instead, why don't we convince all of these businesses to make continuous media in multiple formats? So in verticals, let's do like, I feel like they're all in the room like, hey, we want everything to be vertical, and then somebody else is in the other. Oh yeah, we only do horizontal. Okay, well we'll have them make both. Okay, we're gonna accept like, it has to be like, IGTV is like, it has to be over a minute for us to even touch it. And then Reels is like, yeah, for us you can only go up to 30 seconds. That's okay, we'll just have them make a 1 minute version and a 30-second version. Okay, And then Instagram's like, well, we just want a pretty light stage picture. And they're like, all right, Instagram. And then Facebook is like, it has to be at least 3 minutes for them to get any kind of monetization. But really, we want them to go live every day. But we're actually not going to add that into their monetization at all. So, and they're like, yeah, oh, that's okay. They'll just go live and then they'll make a video. And then YouTube is like, okay, well, we're going to stay horizontal. And we're going to change the algorithm like constantly so that you really can't keep up unless you pay a coach or a guru to understand all the algorithms. And here's the thing, they're going to be full of shit. Did I nail it? Did I nail it? And I'm just like, I just want to paint furniture and sell paint. I just want to paint furniture and sell some damn paint. Oh well. Oh well. Oh, don't even get me started on the hashtags. Are y'all feeling me? Are y'all feeling me? Some of my fellow small business people? It's just a rat race. We cannot win. We cannot win. The only thing with Heather, I got Heather on Clubhouse. Look at me and Heather. I got Heather to do a live and I got her on freaking Clubhouse. But if I hear one more millennial dude say, oh man, I just love vibing with you, I'm gonna vomit in my mouth. I guess that's my generation's like, hey, it's been so nice hanging out with you. I guess, and my parents' generation, hey, it's nice chilling with you. And now it's like, I just love vibing with you. And I'm like, do y'all vibe? I don't. And then all the Clubhouse rooms are like, we just vibing. We're just vibing. I don't know. I'm old. Y'all vibe, I'm chilling. Y'all can vibe all you want. There's a lot of when I worked at Oracle, you refuse to use hashtags. Heather, you can be a rebel in certain ways. You can say like, I'm not gonna vibe, but you can't refuse the hashtag, darling. I worked at Oracle for Larry Ellison I was an editor for years. Feeling pretty good about this. There's a lot of different places I need to touch up, but I think I have to touch up once I get this off. Do you love my vibe? And so for those of you who don't know, Oracle is Silicon Valley, Larry Ellison, richer than rich, big, huge buildings, Menlo Park, like uber wealth, database servers, the whole thing. He's like got multiple yachts, whatever. But it was a server database. Like I never really understood. I made a bunch of videos for Larry Ellison, like birthday videos, and I definitely made course videos about different courses that they taught to their employees. But I didn't actually have to understand anything they were talking about, which is kind of sad, but I actually didn't have to understand it. I just had to make it pretty. But they, at one point, offered me a job, and here's why I didn't take it. It was benefits, it was all the things. Part of why I didn't take it is because I'm a really fast editor, and I liked being able to get my job done and leave early. Because I was like, you don't pay me for the day, you pay me for the job. Like any job I would take as an editor, I was like, you don't pay me for the day, you pay me for the job. And they'd be like, what? Why? It's like, because when I'm done, I'm done. I'm not gonna stay around here and just do busy work because you hired me for 10 hours. If I get the job done and you sign off on it, I'm out of here. Because I didn't work all this hard to learn how to edit faster, only to have to sit there and finish a project and then get given more homework. No. So anyway, the reason I didn't want to take this job is because I didn't want to have to speak the lingo. I didn't want to have to speak the corporate lingo. I don't speak corporate lingo, you guys. I don't even know how to speak it. I don't want to speak it. But there was a way in which even being asked to lunch included some kind of acronym. Like, yeah, let's go over to the CCR. Let's go to the CCRT. I don't know. You want to go to the DRV? Or no. Let's SQ that and go to the like. I needed a freaking dictionary to understand where we were going to lunch. I could not stand it, and it was so prevalent. It was like this badge of honor that you couldn't use full words or sentences. I just was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Hi, Karen. Okay. I'm feeling this really coming together. I'm very happy. We need to talk about up top. Okay, we need to discuss this. We need to discuss it. Hold on, I'm pulling you up. Okay, can y'all see okay? Yes, okay. I may not have, thank you replay viewers. I don't always have actual live viewers over on a new channel, but I know that you're here and you're watching the replay, and I thank you. And I thank you. Okay. Techno jibe vibers. Jibe vibes. Yes, techno jibe vibes. That's exactly what it was. Okay, what do we want to do here? We've got, I love the V. I feel like I don't want it to look like a Mercedes. You're still not high enough. I'm sorry. I don't want it to look like a Mercedes. Okay. What do you think? So I did another, can you see that? I just pulled it over on myself. Oh, little foot. These things are great until they're not. Be careful with these. I actually know someone who used one and got very injured when she trusted them. So don't trust these little guys. I mean, they are good for moving things around, but like if your piece tilts at all, that whole thing might come crashing down on you. All right, so I've got it drawn out. I don't know if you can see. I have another V hitting and then here. So okay, yes, I was thinking that too. All right. Are you thinking, so we have, she likes Miss Lillian's bronze. Or we can go with one of the colors up there. Ooh, I have an idea. I was thinking it needs to be a little more orange. That's very brown. What if we use copper? Would copper be crazy? I don't have my Miss Lillian's copper over here, but I do have, I can go get it, but I do have a copper. Does that look better to do that? I think it does. Because the beauty of doing a metallic copper like that, Beth says yes. Heather says nope. I can hear you saying that. Nope. All right, Heather, tell me more. Tell me why you don't like the copper against it. Here's you might be outvoted, girl. Here's my argument that in some lights it's going to shine light, and in some lights it's going to shine dark, and so it kind of satisfies all the colors. Why don't you like the copper? All right, what do you think back here? And then just do the blue, so it's just one. Do you think it should be 3 tones, like 1, 2, 3? Or do you think it should be the dark blue and then do the dark blue again with just that one element going down? Heather wants the orange. All right, let's put a little of each on. That's how we did this. All right, so that's the orange. Okay. Now let's try just a little. Heather, you just said no copper. They look very similar. Yes, the copper is opaque. I probably won't use this. This is very thick and it'll get goopy, but Miss Lillian's is still completely opaque. But it'll go on more like a paint than a paste. All right, I'm gonna I'll flip around. I'll do this with you too, YouTube. Okay, copper, orange. We'll back away. From a certain angle, you won't even know. Okay. Kelly says the darker cinnamon. Yeah, that's the one I put on there, is the darker cinnamon. For those of you on replay, YouTube, that's the copper, that's the darker cinnamon. All right, I have an idea. What if KB, you read my mind. She's like, KB says she wants to see the copper, but she wants to see it somewhere in the front. Okay, I have an idea for you. What do you guys think about doing this in the dark? Here's what I'm thinking. In the cinnamon stick, okay? But a little sliver, okay? Like not so much copper, but do y'all remember how in the piece I did a long time ago, do y'all remember that? Where I did this huge circular table, and then I divided it into different pie segments, and then I had a little sliver that was gold leaf, and it just was like bam. So what if we do it in the cinnamon stick, but then a tiny sliver of this whole thing, almost like a racing stripe. Bessie's right. Bessie says put this on first and then go back. We have to finish the blue first anyway and move the tape. But then take that same, yes, exactly, Betty, right here, and do another racing stripe. So we have two little thin racing stripes of the copper coming through. And that way we have a little bit of shimma. Small accent of copper. We also have to remember what the drawers are. I don't remember what the drawers are, what the pulls are. I think they're silver. Silver, copper stripe between orange and gold on the front. Yeah, I'm thinking right here. Okay, I think we nailed it. Let's, I hate to do this to you guys, but I don't have a blue right now that is solid enough for me to pull off the tape and show you how well it worked. Because I've still got some splotchy, and if you pull off the tape before the splotch, it is not gonna work. It's gonna, hi Ryan. So let's scooch her around a little bit so you can see. Why won't you stay on your foot? Y'all, I fell off my little red chair. I'm in my little broken chair because I fell off my red chair today. Oh my God. I raised my hand in Clubhouse and they called on me, and like at that exact moment, my chair literally broke and I fell on my butt. They couldn't see, luckily. So this is coming around there, and then I think you'll have a little bit of visual interest there. I'm keeping that navy. How about dots along lines, no taping, use end of paintbrush handle, add dots of copper. Crazy idea. It's not a crazy idea. I think that's where we do it. We do what we've got, and then we look and see. I would probably really like that. I think that's one of those moments where I hand it over to the client and say, all right, this is where we're at, and these are the other ideas. And this leads back around to the concept of Sue, are we just gonna stop this time? Once we've done what we promised we were gonna do really well? Deliver a mighty fine project? We're gonna add dots. We're gonna add dots. Anyway, I have to say though, you guys, this is going so much faster than the first one. I mean, we gotta hand it to that. I mean, I kind of played around with it today. Getting the dark blue, good coverage is a little bit tricky, but in general, it's just, it does pay to actually do the same thing over again, because I'm like, oh, I remember, don't do that this time, because I just did that a few weeks ago instead of, oh, I remember like 3 years ago I did this thing, I don't remember what I did. Let's just make that mistake all over again. Why not? Along the whole top front, maybe. All right. I think that's all I have for you today. So the good news is I didn't fry off my hair. I will be trying to bleach it at another day and time. I will be adding in more purple as it has faded to pink. But the beauty of having purple that fades to pink is that it's not a problem. Dots are fast and add interest in a metallic look. Yes. Yes, I think that's a great idea. Let's see how we do on this. Thank you guys for sharing. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for getting the supporter badge. Those of you who saw the hearts that you want, get them now. I don't usually say things with such a surety, but those hearts are freaking cool. And I actually think I'm gonna sell them all because I actually got them done before February. They're one of a kind. There are not that many of them. And I just put so much love into each one. I really love how they look. I think there can be a wonderful keepsake. And order now so we can ship them out to you. And I don't have to go, oh, sorry. I put the link at the top of the live from an hour ago. If YouTube, jump on over to my Facebook and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, take the win. Good night, everybody. Thanks for coming on, YouTube. Everybody in the house. Tanglewood